So junior officials are something you'll see in junior roller derby. They are your 18 and under officials. There's no bottom limit technically to officials that is listed in the handbook. The metric that you go by is if that junior official is able to properly do the task that is given. So, is your scorekeeper able to do the math and mark their score sheet correctly? Is your um, junior OPR able to skate and keep up with the packs and actually see and call um, penalties they see? So, it's not about their age, it's about their ability to do the task. Um, I've worked with several junior officials, mostly in the referee area, because that's where I specialize in. Um, I've worked with these three. Um, this is Ringo, Nacho Business, and Cosmic. Uh, they are all older. I think I started working with them when they were 15 or 16. They were still playing Junior Derby. They were on the Smoky Mountain Junior Rollers. They were on the Rome Junior Roller Derby team. I think two of them were also on Team USA. So they played high level derby. They were very knowledgeable in what they did. And so whenever there were younger teams playing that they were a little too advanced for, they would ref. They usually were really good about doing things on their own and would just need like a little guidance, just like you would with a normal new adult ref. Um, at this point, they've aged up. They're all adults. They play their adult derby and still ref on the side. So these two right here are the two youngest refs I've ever worked with. This is Kid Cat and this is Supernova. At the time of these pictures, they were 8. Again, there's no bottom limit. So they were perfectly allowed to do refereeing. What we did with them was because they were level ones, right there in between like a level 1, 2, like they weren't quite ready for level 2 just because they were smaller. We're still building their confidence with light contact. So what we did is we had them ref because it helps them learn the game. They like to go fast, so we'd usually put them with the jam referee and they would have an adult mentor with them. And so they would skate and they would learn how to call lead, they would count their points. Their adult mentor would also help with calling penalties. There was a few times that I had Kid Cat here in the center with me learning IPR. She didn't really like doing pack definition, but she did like calling penalties, so she would try to catch them, or if it was like a low impact penalty that I caught, I would let her know what it is, let her blow her whistle. She would do her hand sign and give her penalties. And it's a very good way for juniors to learn the game, especially if they're kind of in between areas. It's good to let them do refing if they're skating will let them. It's good to let them do NSO penalty box, scorekeeping, penalty lineup tracking, because it lets them learn the game even though they cannot actively play yet. The only age restriction on juniors in officiating is for head referees. They have to be 14 years or older. This is because they want them to be a little more mature and know their game a little bit better, but that is the only age restriction for junior officials.